This is a painting by the artist Grant Haffner, and today we're going to be making a one-point perspective work of art inspired by Grant Haffner's work. So here is a completed project. So there's our vanishing point. We've got all these lines going to our vanishing point. We're using lots of different colors in this, making them really colorful like his work. You could add details like the telephone poles that get smaller as they get closer to the vanishing point as well, if you'd like. Okay, so we're gonna start with on the 2D shapes page, and we're gonna draw our horizon line using this line here. So we're gonna start way over here on this side and drag it across our paper or our canvas. That line is a little thick, I think, so I'm gonna make it a little thinner. And I want to use lots of colors. I'm not using black in this. So I'm gonna click on the choose a color here, and I'm gonna pick blue. All right, so there's my horizon line. So I'm gonna add some more lines coming out from, just decide, you don't actually have to draw your vanishing point, but if you wanted to, you could go to the brushes page and you could put a little dot there just to show you where your vanishing point is. So you're gonna actually have your lines coming out from that one little spot on your horizon line where your vanishing point is. So I want to change this color, and so I'm going to make my line. This is one of the lines for the road. So I have my line coming out for one side of my road, and now I'm going to change my color. Okay, and I can click the check or click anywhere else on the canvas to put that line in there. So I'm going to get another one coming out the other direction for the other side of my road. Okay, so notice how both of these lines go to that same one little spot. That is where our vanishing point, and all the other lines that we draw on the ground are going to come out from that one point there. So I'm going to draw the line for the middle of my road, and I want this to be yellow. Okay, and I'm going to have just some other ones coming out as well. All of them coming out from that one vanishing point. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the brushes page, and I'm going to use my fill tool, and I'm going to fill in the ground. Oh, let me get my road in there first. I'm going to use gray for the road, but then the rest of the ground I'm going to color in with these different colors. Let's see. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the sky next. And so for the sky, our lines don't have to be perfectly straight, so I'm gonna just kind of freehand them. Oops, let me get a different color. So I'm gonna use warmer colors in the sky. So I want it to look like a sunset. Let's see. Okay, and then we'll fill in our sky. Oops, use the fill tool. Must have had a little opening there. So I could go back and connect that edge. Okay, so you could leave your work like this, or if you'd like to add the telephone poles, the power lines, you can. You may want to go back to the 2D shapes page and use this straight line. And they were not perfectly vertical in his painting. Some of them are kind of leaning. And you might want to make these brown. I'm gonna make my lines a little thicker. Okay, so I'm just gonna do just a few just to give you an idea of how this works. So they get smaller as they go off into the distance. You may even want to make them a little thinner. Of course, you could do many of them all the way to your vanishing point, but I'm just going to stop with this one. Oops. Okay. And then to do the little lines connecting them, you can use the marker tool. Again, get your brown. And I do really skinny lines. Kind of drape them from one to the next. All right. That's how you make your Grant Haffner inspired work of art using 1-point perspective in Paint 3D.